Thanks for joining us on Dream Funders, the matchmaking show for entrepreneurs.
We've been listening in as Louisville's Ben Banks and Gary Maines make a pitch for funding for a new app that hopes to be the Facebook of the golf world. Will any of our investors like it? Let's see.
What's the use of the $50,000? You get it tomorrow, you start, what do you do?
It's going to pay for, we're going to start it out as a website. Gary mentioned starting it out as a website and make it be less expensive. So about $20,000 will build the website, and then another $12,000-ish will be for search engine optimization and host fees. And then the rest of it is just for other costs that we might incur.
Advertising.
And a little bit of advertising to start it out.
Don't you think it relies on an app, though? Because you need to be...
Eventually it will, but when you start looking at apps, at $150,000 trying to do what we're doing, it was my thought that we needed to start a little bit smaller and try a little smaller test market with a website first. I think apps definitely the way to go. Financially, it just wasn't feasible with the dollars we were looking at.
Rex, you have any
So
questions?
you haven't written your app. You haven't thought about what you're going to charge.
We have.
What are you going to charge?
Well, we've come up with a $1.99 subscription fee for a year. We have called about 3 or 4 and cost averaged on people that were build websites with that capacity. That's on the mid-range. I've had some high, some lower. Also in that was some of the advertising, and hopefully we get it up for the first year with like I say, a small target market area. Louisville's not a good target market area for us. We feel like we need to be someplace, maybe the southeastern quadrant. But there again, we'll need to start wherever we can to get it going.
This is really early stage, right? So what would you guys, I'm going to start with you, Ray, what would you suggest for them to do? What would a good next step be?
Well, I mean, obviously, you're going to depend on digital marketing. You're going to need to get someone who's an expert in that area to, help you decide how you get the word out and how does it get distributed to golfers. And I'm not sure, I'm not an expert in Facebook or digital marketing, but I know there's some people out there that would be able to do a good job for you. And potentially you could hire them on a retainer basis. I don't know about developing the app, but 50,000 sounds like, I don't know, low side, of course. You've done your homework on that. I'm an occasional golfer, and it might be nice if I'm on vacation somewhere. I guess you could use it all over the country. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So, I would pay $2. I mean, what's $2?
Exactly.
That sounds like a low price. I mean, maybe you could charge more and increase your revenues to a higher level. I guess you could test it at $1.99 and
yeah, we
see
were
what
actually,
happens.
looking at 25 million golfers. 83% of that is
Right.
actually our technology using market. And a low
Right.
percentage of that, and where we could get to where we needed to be, trying to get as low as we could to drive some volume with it. But
Right. There's a lot of free apps out there, and I guess they advertise.
but
you
nothing
could,
that covers this certain
Yeah.
aspect.
Okay.
So Rex, you looked like you were going to say something.
Well, are you familiar with Heritage Hills?
Yes, sir.
I made an offer on that course today, and I can't spell golf, okay? But I would be interested in looking at your software for $25,000 or $50,000. Is that what you say? 50,000 or 25,000 that you're going to be able to develop the website for?
Around $20,000 for the mid price on the website.
On the website before you get into the other part?
Yes.
I'd be interested in talking to you about maybe doing it for that particular location, and we'd see where it went from.
Okay, thank you.
Obviously, if I get this deal that I made the offer on today.
Excellent.
So there
What
you go.
about you, Gil? You have any input
I
on
would
this?
think bigger and call it something like Impulse Sports or Sports Just on Time, and then 20th Hole is one of many kind of sub-brands.
Okay.
Because I think it can be bigger than just golf.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And Pat, you had a lot of input. Did you have an offer or anything that you
I think
wanted?
it's, like we just talked about, I think it's a little more narrow than the idea that I had before, even though I'm a big golfer and I see the application there. I think that obviously you have an in with a golf course to test it at, which you need proof of concept to be able to make it work anyway. So I think that's a natural first step, and I wish you the best with it.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Well, guys, it looks like you got a hole in one.
Heritage Hills.
Thank you.
I knew that was coming.
There's more to come on Dream Funders. Next, can this Louisville movie producer find gold through the silver screen? Our blockbuster panel of investors weighs in. Next on Dream Funders.